So as far as this course goes, this course is a complete comprehensive course which will be really helpful if you want to ace the interviews for networking. So make sure that you understand each and every concept very clearly. If you're not sure about anything, you can ask a question anytime. We'll be trying to answer your question within 48 hours. And before moving ahead, I would like to request you, it's my kind request that you please rate our course, because your feedback is very valuable to us. If you are not liking our course, if you are not happy with some things, please mention it in the feedback. Or if you're really enjoying the course, you can rate a course a 5-star, because these feedbacks help other students to learn what you are learning. And if you're not enjoying anything, we can always improve this course. So till this, we have seen what a hub means, what a bridge means. Now it's time to see what a switch means. Now, switches connect multiple segments of network together, much like hubs, right? But there are 3 significant differences. First is, a switch recognizes frames and pays attention to the source and the destination MAC address of the incoming frame, as well as it recognizes the port on which the frame was received. Now, what are ports? What are you talking, Chinmay? What are ports now? Please explain. Don't worry. Ports are specific internal gateways or interfaces through which specific files or data is transmitted. For example, there is a port FTP on which the file transfer protocol is working, and it allows only the traffic of the file transfer protocol on that port. Similarly, another port is for HTTPS, for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, which allows traffic through the internet, that is the web applications. Don't worry, in upcoming sections there are few lectures on ports and port numbers and port forwarding. We'll get to here in that section, but as far as this section goes, just remember that switch recognizes the port on which the frame was received. Now, a switch makes each of its port a unique singular collision domain. Now, hubs don't do all these things. Hubs do not recognize frames, and they do not pay attention to the source and the destination MAC address. They just keep on transmitting the frame wherever the network is connected. So how does a switch works? Now listen carefully. I'm just telling you the working of the switch. So if a switch determines that a frame's final destination happens to be on a segment that is connected via a different port than the one on which the packet was originally received, the switch will only forward the frame from that specific port on which the destination is located. So it won't transfer all the packets on all the different ports. For example, again use a laser here. Yeah. So let's say this port is intended for file transfer protocol. So if a device sends a packet to file transfer protocol, and if the file transfer protocol is intended for another device B, the packet will only go through the network or the PCs which are connected to file transfer protocol. It won't be transmitting the packet to all other different ports. And that is why switching or port forwarding is very important in networking. Most of the questions that you will face in the interviews will be focused much on switching, how are switches used. And let me tell you one thing, switches have made networking really easy. So if you want to master networks, you have to master switching. Then switches are very large and they can be very expensive, because switches have made networking very easier. So if you want to make your things easy, you sometimes have to pay more, right? So switches are quite expensive and very large. Cisco is one of the most largest providers of switches. And yeah, switch is much faster and smarter bridge. Now in case of bridge, it just checked whether traffic was intended or not. It really didn't check about the port numbers. But in case of switch, it also checks the port numbers. That is why switch is more smarter than bridge. For now, you can think of a switch as a must faster, smarter, and has more ports than a hub and a bridge. In the next lecture, we'll talk about the core of network, the heart of the network. Did you guess it? If you guess router, that's right. Next lecture, we'll see something about routers, and finally, you will understand how routers work in a complete internetwork.